All right, there's a little quick rotation there against the 53. Now we're just kind of seeing where we want to go. A little support will be back around the, well, again, if you're a little aggressive, maybe the 42 area. All right, just kind of hanging up here on this upper level here. We'll see the next level of resistance waves up at the 60 area. If you look at the chat, you see levels going to fade out. There as a guide to the day. All right, you get to uptick here a touch. Looking at the 60 area next. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We're just trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. The first level there you see in the chat, 45, kind of was depending on how your risk tolerance was and where your stops were, maybe you were able to scratch some, maybe you would take a little bit of a loss, but then the 53 level worked very nicely. So it's kind of hanging. We did have a little buying opportunity there at 40, and that was a nice little rotation there at 40 if you had your orders in place, because obviously, like I said, the level. I mean, you had to have your order in place there to get it, because it was flushed down there for a second and then rotated off. And now we're just kind of hanging up here at these interim highs. And it's kind of just hanging up here, trying to see where it wants to go next. We're looking at the 60 area on the upside. Downside support would be around the 43 area if you're a little aggressive. All right, kind of just hung there for a bit, came off again, just chopping around up here. Patience is important. As you could tell there with the 53, we had to be a little bit patient, but it did pay off once we got up there. And there are the levels again for the that we're going to use as a guide to the day. In the chat, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. All right, there, Philip. Good to see you taking off. See you tomorrow. All right, you can tell kind of range bound up here. So let's just be a little bit patient and wait. 50, 60 on the upside. Next resistance area, downside, little support around 40, 43 area. If you're aggressive a little bit.
I'll tell you what, this thing didn't do what I thought it was going to do.
What was that?
I said, this thing did not do what I thought it was going to do this morning.
Yeah, I had no opinion actually, as I usually try to have no opinion. So you just never know a day after unemployment how they're going to take it. So sometimes we get really busy. I'm surprised that we got a little bit busy this morning, and other times we just do nothing. So they're dripping down here a bit. Looking a little, so again, depending on how you aggressive here, maybe a little support around 42, 43 area. I think maybe a bigger pullback. I don't know. To honestly, I don't. I think Don does, but I don't.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was looking for it to pull back into the 40 to 37 range. When it got to the 40, then it reversed itself. I know that up there on my daily chart, I've got a blue band up there at about 62, 63. We got that high at 60. Who knows?
Mhm.
Just trade what it is.
All right, we can see we're range bound here a bit.
You know, usually when it does this, I can go back and I can find my mistake where I misread it or,
Hmm.
and, you know, the best thing to do is if you're wrong, get out.
Good lesson.
Yeah,
Because
it's a shame.
we're always
Wait.
going to have another opportunity. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a shame I don't listen to my own advice.
All right, we're kind of hanging up here on these interim highs. The next level we're looking at is around the 60 area. I don't think it's the first because, you know, we're never wrong. Obviously, it's always the market probabilities not going our way.
That's an understatement. It never goes my way. I was reading something the other day and it says, always assume you're wrong. That's a story of my life.
Well, not much we can do here. We'll wait for the market to kind of give us an opportunity. Now it's just be a little bit patient.
I think I've been in a hole so long, I need to wear a headlight. You laugh, I'm serious.
I'm not laughing.
I gotta bring my own light into my holes. As that guy says, my hole was so deep I